I, 46 male, became suspicious of my wife, 46 female, a few weeks before spring break. The first time was she went away for a girls' weekend with two of her coworkers to one of their lake houses. She had done this before, but when she returned, she was groomed very differently. As a child of the 80s, I definitely prefer a natural womanly aesthetic, and she came home from the weekend completely shaved. I thought it was strange that she never preferred that look, but there was a hot tub at the lake house, and I chalked it up to her wanting to be clean for the hot tub. The second sign was the next week she was out late, and when she came home, she went straight to the shower. She never showers at night. It was at that point I became 90 to 95% sure something was going on. I was frozen, not sure how to confront her or what to say. I sat on it for a week until we were taking a road trip with our two kids to New York. While there, I told her of my suspicious cause. She caught my eye in an ugly cry while listening to the musical aspects of love. She denied it for a week. As we were coming home, she was going to a conference out of town for 4 days. I caught her packing lingerie, and that was indefensible. It all started to trickle out. At the holiday party, her AP put his hand on her thigh while they sat at a table together. She said it made her uncomfortable and she froze but didn't tell him to take it off. Later that evening, they found themselves alone and he kissed her and she kissed him back. Weeks after that came out, she revealed that that night was the first night they had sex in the car. The evening before her conference, when it all started to come out, she told the AP she was going to be at the conference too. She said she would break it off and wanted me to know it wasn't anything but sex. We met and started dating when we were 17. We were each other's first and onlys. She is still my only. We both cried and promised to break it off at the conference. I was a wreck, on Life 360 the whole time. I knew based on patterns that things were happening there. She chatted on FaceTime evenings, but not long. She come home and said she ended it. I demanded all the truth. Don't know if this was a misstep, but it was what I needed. She unveiled a lot the night she got back. They had been having sex, a lot of sex, since the holiday party. They started in the car in the parking lots, which seems crazy and dangerous of lewdness for me. Her boss let her use the lake house for the weekend. She was with him the whole weekend. At the conference, she told him I found out, and that this trip was her last fling. She had sex with him each night of the conference. I am destroyed. She says she loves me. She says she doesn't want a divorce. Her AP is married with kids also. She has been taking a certain shot that has helped her lose more than 45 pounds over the past 9 months, and that is the new attention was the appeal. She also said she was different. AP is aggressive, pulls hair, holds her neck. It's very different than how I am. She says it was just about sex. That is what is so personal and shaming. I love my wife. I can't imagine a world without her. I'm going to see a psychologist, but the appointment is still a month away. Couldn't get an appointment for 8 weeks. I just don't know if I can ever trust or forgive. I can't look at her without feeling sick. I find myself wondering if I should be less loving during sex or more aggressive. She seems like a different person and I feel as if I'm not enough. I hear what is being said, but there's a deep, almost 30-year history here. There is an unspeakable depth of love. Leaving seems the only option, but it also seems impossible. We discussed not going on her conference, but it was a necessity for work, and it all came out that night before she was to go. I was lost and broken at the time, and essentially said, get whatever it is out of your system and come back to me. I think this was the greatest regret of my actions. She is remorseful. She is ashamed. She is indefinitely apologetic. We haven't told or shared with anyone. She's petrified her family, her father and sister will find out. She didn't want to share the things she shared. I had to know. At first, she was aloof in what she shared, but I made her say it all. I would ask for details, and it did hurt when she saw my pain. Ultimately, she did ask, haven't you ever just wanted to fuck somebody? And while I admitted to being human and lustful, that I would never and could never, and that's the hard part too, up until early March, I would have sworn the same for her. I think it's undoubtedly true that her drive for her sexual relationship was greater than it's been for us ever. We had what I would consider pretty normal sex life about once a week or more likely 3 times a month. We have not had sex since it came to life. One, out of the health concerns. They did not use protection, and two, because I just can't. Our 20th anniversary is weeks away, and we are taking a solo trip to reinitiate and reconcile our marriage. I only wish my counseling appointment was before. We have talked about if this doesn't work, then we may be irreparable. My heart can't bear the thought, but my stomach and lymphatic system are living cortisol, and I'm just incredibly sad and broken. I understand being called a simp, but my wife is the only person I have in this world. My parents have passed, and my siblings live 2,000 miles away. My wife and our family is my world. It's pretty obvious the marriage is over. The wife is more concerned about what her father and sister will think of her if they find out what has occurred, which ultimately will happen in the future. I assume her family will hold her accountable. The wife claims she loves her husband and wants to remain married. However, she feels that way because the AP is also married with kids. I think he's there just for the sex. I truly feel he has no motivation to leave his family. Now, I do think if the AP left his wife, she would have no issue leaving her family. So as of now, she's settling for what she can only have. An intimate relationship, which is more exciting than the one she has with her husband. Essentially, she wants to have her cake and eat it too. If I were the husband, I would let her go pursue the AP, start this divorce process, and let her figure it out. This relationship with the AP has no bright future. 2 families will be destroyed once this is revealed to the world. The relationship with the AP, it may continue on. It may continue on. But eventually I feel the aftermath of the situation will dissolve the relationship after some time. I think the wife will regret leaving her husband. And this is her husband, remember, of 20 years. This whole situation is unfortunate, but a teachable moment for everybody listening. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you at the next video.